Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a conversation on some of the mistakes that we make as married women. I know there are many, but today we're just going to focus on just a few of them. Before we dive into that, if you haven't subscribed, would you please consider subscribing to this channel? And if you would like to know those mistakes, please watch this video up to the end. So mistake number one is when your family takes the place of God and God is no longer number one in your life because you're busy, to be honest. Life gets busy also when you get married. You have children, you have a husband, you have your other family, you have, if you're in ministry, there's ministry. If you're in business, there's also business. If you're employed, there's also employment. So life is busy. If you're working from home, work at home never ends. You begin work in the morning and still in the evening you still have to work. So life is busy, but it's a mistake when we don't put God first. However beautiful your children are, however wonderful your husband is, or your family or work, all those things are given to us by God. God graciously gives us those gifts. So they cannot take his place. And guess who you go to when you die? When you breathe your last, you go to God, who is your creator. So your relationship with him is very, very important, and it's so important to put him first on a daily basis before you interact with your family, before you go to work. You need to be able to put him first. You need to spend time with him so that he energizes you, that quiet time really energizes you. So it's a mistake when while there are good things, when we switch, when our families are above God and now they are consuming us and we no longer have the quiet time. So it's very good as a married woman to balance, because you're definitely going to need God all your life. Now, there's the other extreme where maybe you're married, but it's not really about God, it's really about church. But of course, when you're doing it, you're thinking that you're putting God first. There's always need to strike the balance, but God will always take the first place. So, if you're married like me, evaluate yourself and see, have you switched the two? Mistake number two is not speaking truth to your husband. For example, if you know that maybe he's going astray, if you know that the deal that he's making is not good, sometimes as married women, sometimes you don't want to nag. So because you don't want to nag, you again take the extreme of not speaking truth when it's needed. The Bible tells us, it encourages us to speak truth, but in love. Okay? So when you know that your husband is going astray, speak truth. Be honest with him, because you're his friend, you're his helpmate, you're his helper. So if you have a best friend and they are going astray and you don't tell them the truth, then somehow you have also participated, in them going astray. So speak truth, but in love, but also while exercising patience. The other mistake that is somehow connected to speaking truth, but it's the other extreme of thinking that you're the Holy Spirit to your dear husband. So even while we speak the truth, we have to know that we are not the Holy Spirit in our husbands' lives. We are not the Holy Spirit in our marriage. And what do I mean that by that? You're not the one who's going to change him. So while you speak truth, you have to exercise patience, but also exercise love. Because just because you've spoken the truth does not mean that someone is going to all of a sudden maybe change, or they are going to leave whatever they've decided to do, or they are not going to do that deal. Sometimes they will end up doing that deal, or maybe they're struggling with something. It's a habit. They might continue, but for you, if you've spoken the truth, there's no need to say it every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. You know, as women, we need a lot of wisdom as married women to know when to speak, when to keep quiet, and that's why you have to be in step with the Holy Spirit and with God. So sometimes we want so much to change our spouses, even our children, by the way. And so you become the nagging wife, because in your head you feel like you're the Holy Spirit, like you know it all. You know it all. So you're trying to help him. Your heart is okay. You don't mean it the bad way, but now you go overboard, trying to fix him, trying to control things. So you're not the Holy Spirit. I think we also have to be aware that sometimes, even when we mean well, you might say something and it might not be just the right thing. It might be just a preference for you. Yeah, but when it comes to principles, when it comes to values, we have to be able to speak the truth, but also to be aware that, well, I could be wrong for some things, For some things that are not so clear, some things are just preferences. You could be wrong, but also sometimes maybe your spouse or your child needs some more time and some more grace, so you have to be patient. The other mistake that we do as married women is forgetting to take care of ourselves. We mean well. We are taking care of our families, our children, our husbands. Everyone has to thrive, because you're the caretaker, you're the manager of your home, you're the caretaker of your children, and you're trying to train them, you're trying to take care of them, you're trying to juggle so many things, but forgetting to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, spiritually is a mistake, because you usually give what you have. So if you don't have, guess what you're giving them? If you're not taking care of yourself, guess what you're giving to them? You're giving to them, of course, a lot of stress. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to snap a lot. So it is very, very important to take care of yourself. Or maybe what do I mean? You have to figure out what is it that for you, what is it that works for you? What is it that helps you to calm down, to what is it that you want to do in your leisure time, depending on how you're wired, depending on what you prefer, so that you can take care of yourself emotionally. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's physically, there are times when I would go to buy clothes for myself, and then I'll remember, oh, my sons don't have this and that. Oh, my husband doesn't have this. So I will come back with their clothes or their maybe shoes or a jacket, like you've gone to buy for yourself, but then you come back with a Kavera or I don't know, whatever bag you use to put in the things you've shopped. You come back with a bag full of your, maybe your husband's things or your children's things. So there needs to be a balance. What is it that you like doing? Take care of yourself. You have to be able to buy the nice dress that you want. Those things for us, brings so much joy, and you become a happy person when you take care of yourself, when you put on your nice dress, your nice shoe. And I know most of us married women have fallen for that lie, for you to think that taking care of yourself is a by the way. You need to be able to take care of yourself, and that's why you need to spend time with God, but also go work on your nails, go buy the nice shoe you wanted. It's a lie for you to think that taking care of other people is much more important. Now, it is important, it is a good thing, and it's good to be selfless, and there are times when you need to be selfless. But if you're always like that, you're going to end up feeling used and abused and neglected, and then you feel like you're a victim in your own marriage, in your own family. You know, even for our children, when they grow up, like, you can't put so much weight on them and say, maybe I took care of you, I sacrificed everything. And to be honest, as mothers, as wives, we sacrifice so much. So make sure if it's a pie or a cake, let's say it's a pie or a cake, that you have a piece for yourself on that pie or that cake, and the rest can go to your family. Because when we don't take care of ourselves, we end up becoming very resentful and frustrated, because we feel we've over-sacrificed. We sacrificed a lot, and there are things that you sacrifice that sometimes you cannot recover. Yes, family is about sacrifice, so you will have to at some point to sacrifice, but it can't be that you're sacrificing your whole life. It can't be that you can't have fun. It can't be that you can't buy for yourself something that you want, however small, according to your pocket, however small or however big, depending on the money that you have, or the resources that you have. Take care of yourself mentally. When you're exhausted, can you take your children to your sister or can you get a nanny? Can you find a friend to help you babysit? Like, just find a way, and then get network with your friends. You need that support. You need to be able to take care of yourself. For some women, women, it might be just eating ice cream, working on your nails, visiting a friend, and just having a really good chat, or watching, comedy, a funny movie that just it gives you a good laugh. So it's a mistake when you don't take care of yourself. Find a way. We all can find a way within our means to take care of ourselves. The other one is not switching from being the girlfriend or the fiancé to now the new role of being the wife and the mother. So when you're a fiancé or a girlfriend, well, you just find each other. Maybe you meet in a restaurant or wherever you choose to meet, or so you're all put together. You're going to eat food that someone else has cooked for you. You're not taking care of your husband. You're not bothered about children. But when you get married, you have to switch. Mentally, emotionally, you have to switch from the fact that to your new role of a wife. And when you have children, now you also have to switch mentally to the fact that to the now also the other new role that you're a wife, but also you're a mother. So why do I say that it's a mistake when we don't switch? It's a mistake because when you don't switch, you feel the role becomes heavy on you. Now you must make meals for your husband, take care of their home. You were not doing those things before. So now it's all on you. You were meeting the other time in the restaurant or hotel or, I don't know, beach, wherever you were meeting at, and life was just very easy. So now you must make a meal. When he comes home, when your husband comes home, he's looking at you, waiting for the meal. And sometimes you will enter at the same time in the house. And guess what? He's expecting for you to figure out how you're going to make the meal. So if you don't switch mentally, you can get so frustrated and resent him. So you have to know that when you get married, after the wedding, after we have danced and eaten your cake and food, now switch and know, okay, I have a role to play. So now it's not all just, glamour and just looking beautiful. Even while looking beautiful is important. Now you must make sure that there's food. You must make sure, the home is clean. All those things. Now when you have children, also you must switch and know her. You must, you have to prepare mentally. I now have children. My life is not like my own. There's an added responsibility. Even when it's beautiful, you have to be ready emotionally for what it's going to take for you to raise that child or the children that you have. So it's a mistake when you don't switch and remain in the girlfriend mode or in the fiancé mode. Now you're a wife and a mother. Well, today, those are some of the mistakes I wanted to share with you. I know there are many. I have made I myself have made some of those mistakes. I have learned from them. If you're married, would you please let me know in the comment section? Are those some of the mistakes you have made, along the way? And, for you, how did you handle them? Let's share in the comment section so that we can, grow together, but also help those who are coming before us or after us, or those who are getting married right now, so they can know, and they actually don't have to make the mistakes that we have made. If you have enjoyed this video, please share it with another person. Comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. See you in another conversation. Bye.